What's up, squad? Over the years, we've gotten a lot of questions on exactly how to program our isometric exercises into our routine. So I decided to make this video covering 10 frequently asked questions that I've gone through over the course of the entire 3 years of this channel's history. Here's the first one. Do I need to warm up or cool down before going into my isometric routine? Yes to both. Generally, we always want to employ a warm-up before our session, and we want to perform some light relaxation deloading drills afterwards. Now, I have a video on warm-ups and cool down, so if you haven't seen either of those, here's a link right here. Go ahead and check both of them out. It's good to have an idea on exactly what to do before and after your isometric sessions. I also cover exactly why we would want to have both a warm-up and a cool down after our session, so definitely check those videos out. Number 2, how fast should we tense our muscles? Here's the answer. We want to go relatively slowly at that. We want to smoothly increase that tension until the desired force level is required. 4 seconds is usually a good approximate attack time, and we can relax immediately after each rep. Of course, we have an older video covering that. Here's a link right here. Go ahead and check that out as well. Question number 3, how hard should I push each rep? The answer, as hard as freaking possible. It almost seems like it's conflicting with question number 2, but it isn't. As we are going into that rise time off the second question, we still want to hit maximum voluntary contraction. Remember MVC? If you haven't seen that video, here's a link right here. There's going to be a lot of links because we've done all this. It's just a compilation of all those questions. Always hit peak contraction. That way, we're going to have the best strength gains in our isometric exercises. Question number 4, how long should we hold each rep? Now, this one depends. For optimal strength, we want to hold for 6 seconds. And why I say 6 instead of 3, I don't think I forgot about the 3-second contraction video that we made. It's kind of like the 3 sets of 10 in the weight room. It's that nice optimal strength and hypertrophy balance. If you're going for just strength, 1 to 3 seconds has proven very effective. Strength and hypertrophy, 6 seconds. Hypertrophy, 20 to 45 seconds at about 65 to 80% of your max. And endurance, an endurance hold about 1 to 2 minutes at about 20 to 30% of your max. Question number 5, this one gets asked a lot, and for good reason. It's a good question. How many sets and reps should we perform each drill? When performing sustained holds, 6 repetitions. When performing multiple short reps, 36 to 40 repetitions. Now, I break this down in our MVC video. I'm referencing that video again. That's how good that video is. So definitely check out the MVC video, maximum voluntary contraction. I'm actually gonna have a link to every single video I'm referring to in the description box. I can only put 5 cards in the video, so check those out. Question number 6, how long should we rest between reps? When performing these sustained holds, and when you hear the term sustained holds, think of the 6-second contractions. 20 seconds has been the holy grail for rest times for these sustained holds. When performing multiple short bursts, like for example, the 3 seconds, the 1 second, 30 to 60 seconds. The more energy we put into these workouts, into these reps, the more time we need to recover. This actually makes perfect sense. Think of it this way. In the weight room, power lifters, when they're lifting in the 1 to 5 rep range maximum, because that's what power lifters do. They have a short amount of reps. Their rest time is usually anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes per set. The load where they're training on the force velocity curve, another link in the description by the way, the force is high. It's on a higher end. So the more energy we output, the more time we need to recover from those demands we just placed on the body. Question number 7, and this is actually my favorite one. How many angles should we work on the IsoMax? I made a video a couple years ago on angle specificity. Is it a real thing? It was one of the reasons why prior to Paul Wade's isometric manual, there was a lot of bro science going on about, oh, isometrics don't work because you only get strong at that angle, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I break it down in our video. If that's how you thought, first I want to say, I thought the same thing because I didn't know any better until we did the research. So check that video out. Link is in the description. Training just one angle is a really good approach, and I'd recommend training the sticking point. The sticking point is the area in your lift you're having most trouble with. So if, for example, you're training shoulder press and your sticking point is like midway, you have the launch, but you die about right here, this is where you need to be training and you're overcoming isometric training. The reason why you don't really need to train here and here if here is the area you're looking to improve the most, is because of angle spillover. So we have angle spillover, which I cover in that video, by the way, of up to 15 to 20 degrees in either direction. So when we're training here, we're also getting stronger here and here, not as much as here, but it's not 0 and 0 and 100. That doesn't make any sense. Again, I covered in that video. Check that video out. Question number 8, how long should an isometric session last? One of the greatest benefits to training isometrically is that they don't take long. This is about a 10 to 15 minute session tops. When I do my overcoming isometric sessions, I am not up there for any longer than 10 minutes. I also have a 1x6 style that I tend to gravitate toward. Honestly, has been the best for me considering my other physical fitness activities like cardio, weightlifting, and calisthenics. It's just perfect. Question number 9, how often should we work out? 3 isometric sessions per week is a great guideline. A lot of the isometric programs that Paul Wade and Dragondor laid out in Paul Wade's isometric manual, they're designed for 3 to 4 days a week, or essentially every other day. Every other day works very, very well for these more intense programs like Promethean, Dragon, Bruce Lee's The Dragon, 3 days on, and if you're a freaking masochist, Iron Man. Those are all great exercise programs to hit every other day. Because of the volume that they have, we still require a recovery time. For the training that I do, that's about 10 to 15 minutes, usually about 8 to 10 minutes, I can hit those daily. I'm only hitting one muscle group for 6 seconds for about 8 to 9 different exercises. That's not too intensive, and I'm still getting all the benefits from isometric training. Question number 10, a question that honestly, I'm surprised doesn't get asked more. How do I stop my gains from slowing down? This question is really similar, if not the same, to when should I switch up my program? And the answer is every 6 to 8 weeks. And the reason why is because we don't want any accommodation. We don't want our body getting used to the training. Just like with weightlifting, just like with calisthenics, just like with cardio, our body is going to adapt to the demands placed on it. So if we keep doing the same thing, eventually the law of diminishing returns kicks in, and instead of going in video game speak, +5, +5, +5 experience each level up, now we're going +2, +2, +1, +1, +1, +1. That's my nerdy speak talking, but I hope that makes sense. One of the coolest ways to get some progressive overload with our isometric training is to change the degree angle. Really unique, and one of the reasons I like the ISO chain and ISO max so much. But what are your thoughts? Go ahead and comment down below. See you next video. Peace.